I dare you to beat my Christmas jumper because she is a... What? Are you dead? Ow! Oh. Welcome to our Christmas episode.
Oh.
Bit from Poundland.
Welcome back to Forever Adulting with myself, Saucy.
And I'm Asha. We're two women in our 30s.
Yes, we are.
Well done!
Woo! We are living life, one honest conversation at a time.
We're here to overshare, dissect,
and dive deep into the magical, messy world of adulting.
Because let's be honest, we're all just faking it and figuring it out.
Faking it, making it, figuring it out. But today, as you may have guessed, it is a Christmas episode.
What gave it away?
Was it
Christmas pudding? Because I'm not Christmassy, obviously. Actually, that's not obvious. I'm the most festive person.
You're about to see a very special segment of this episode where Ash is going to show off her Christmas jumper.
I've had it for years, guys. It's a real special one. Welcome to my Christmas jumper. I've had this jumper for about 10 years and she comes out every other Christmas. Look what she can do. Off you trot! And then she's accompanied by a little elf who then has dollar bills. Normally have a champagne glass, but I just have a little drink around Christmas. Welcome to our Christmas episode. If you've got a better Christmas jumper, I think you should share with us and maybe you can win a dodgy Christmas.
And you can win one of these. Today we're going to be talking about the festive balancing act.
So we wanted to discuss gifting, guilt and sort of the family feels around Christmas. We both have different family dynamics and grown up completely differently, different experiences around Christmas and relationships to Christmas and the festive season.
Yeah, mine being a very Christianly one, religious centred, and then going from a family that was very united to divorcing, and then that being quite difficult actually to manage. And how are your Christmases in the past?
Well, when we were thinking about this, I was thinking about how it's evolved from a day off that everybody had and we just get together with a box of celebrations to now it's like the really Western idea of Christmas, like Christmas pictures, Christmas jumpers, Christmas trees, presents, gifting, obviously the Queen's speech, some bubbly in the mornings. It's very, just feels like boxed in a way.
Yeah, commercially packaged.
Commercially packaged, but also I like it because I've actually really lent into it. But over the last few years, I found myself escaping the festive feels and the festive season, quite honestly, by volunteering. I think I'm doing a good job, but actually I'm just escaping, spending a lot of time with my family.
But I think hopefully by the end of this episode, people who are listening might, and what I hope we feel too, is that we've gained a bit of perspective. We've managed to put things back on track. It doesn't have to feel heavy and painful and lonely.
Just choosing your happiness around it and choosing your experience. And even when we were talking about this episode and discussing what we wanted to discuss, we've already shared so much around gaining perspective and how grateful we should both feel. And I put my hands up and say, actually, I was behaving quite incorrectly over the last few years by escaping my family, and I should just be grateful.
Which is ironic, because this one's about to fuck off to Goa, so escapee.com.
Well, let's not talk about that.
But talking of plans and things like that, it's December. What has been a big learning curve for you this month as we step into the festive season?
Where's the salt? Do you want to rub it in the fucking wound? Rub it in, for God's sake, dickhead. Okay, kids, check your fucking passports. Check your passports. When you apply for your visa, don't use your old passport. Use your new one. That's my fucking learning.
That's a big learning curve because poor Asha.
Because we're forever adulting, aren't we?
We are, and this is a key example. This beautiful being on the sofa with me, you were meant to be on the other side of the world right now. But I'm very grateful you're here.
I'm on the other side of the Jubilee line instead. Check your passport,
Check
kids.
your passport. But you are going, and it will happen.
Inshallah.
Visa will be coming. And as you head off to Goa, what do you hope to be experiencing, honey?
Just getting on the flight. Let's just getting on the flight one step at a time. This is what I always think with travelling is it's so interesting because we love traveling, but it's just full of so many unknown things. And I totally empathize with people who don't travel because of this. So I'm going to just say one step at a time.
Okay.
One step at a time.
I do think the unknown is the thing that helps with the perspective shift, though, because every day is full of possibilities. You don't have that feeling of mundanity.
People like that, that's the thing. And I always used to sort of say, why don't people travel? But actually the unknown of travelling in terms of planes, passports, visas, going in there, security, police, health.
Yeah, if anything goes wrong. But
that's not what we're talking about.
Not what's going to happen.
So let's just put a pin into talking about Goa, because I feel like I've spoken about it so much and I got so excited, and obviously there's a huge setback in my trip, and now I'm 5 days in the UK, but I haven't told anybody as well, so this is really funny. I'm like hiding out in my house and now I'm telling the public.
But hopefully by the time this airs, you'll be there.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's the hope. My learning curve, I would say, was the decision I made for Christmas to prioritise the women in my life. So I'm going to go spend it with my mum and my auntie.
The familial women in your life. Like family, not friends.
This is just you to remind me that you won't be in my life on Christmas Day. Just familial, not just familial, not friends. Yeah, my mum is my friend, but yeah, okay.
All right, calm down.
So I was very much tempted to do what you're doing, Asha. I wanted to escape. I thought maybe I'll go to Portugal, stay with a friend, hide out, just everything different so that I wouldn't be craving what was, which we will talk about in the future in the future of this episode very soon. Nice snort over there. But yeah, prioritising my family. And I know it's not the greatest of thoughts to put things in perspective, but I was like, my mum's going to die, right, at some point, and I'm going to long for more time with her. So why don't I just head down, take the pressure off, enjoy the very simple pleasures, just being in a field, looking at a tree, being with a dog, being by a fire, just enjoying it. Because I do not have friends at my mum's where she lives, which can feel quite solo and solitary. I imagine Christmas is most fun when I'm with my friends. Like if we were together, it would be a very jolly time.
Yeah.
But actually, it can still be.
We would take some shrooms.
Yeah, well, that's still the plan for me. Without my mum knowing. No, I'm joking. I'm right, though.
Yeah, so you're not joking. Before this, she was like, I think I'm going to need some edibles for Christmas.
It's a sneaky way of getting away with being a bit high without anyone knowing. Our set is slowly disintegrating, but Ash has got a beautiful stream of very purple tinsel, which goes 100% with my outfit. Thanks for being so considerate to my favourite colour, my darling.
My darling.
My darling.
All
okay,
right. EastEnders at Christmas. Great.
Whoa. Yeah, because if you've just tuned in, it is Forever Adulting on Islington Radio with me, Saz, and Asha.
Saz.
And we're talking about the festive balancing act
of the festive season.
Boom.
Gifting, guilt, and family feels.
Do, 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 do.
Boo, boo, boo. So,
is it advice time?
As you plug your knuckles. Is it advice time? Advice. Ask me.
Okay. I would like to know what helps you around the festive season, I suppose, mentally, emotionally, maybe physically, but I know what you do to physically satisfy yourself during Christmas. I have been the receiver of a Christmas picture from Asha, and it's very saucy.
Actually, do you know what? It's got to be one of my favourite things to do at Christmas is take a really saucy Christmas picture. And
do you think that helps you?
Really, not around the festive season, but on Christmas Day when I'm a bit bored, I will send it to everyone I know, not family, but everyone I've been on a date with.
She just spreads it.
I just spread the festive joy. And the more booze I've had, the more I'm like, and I send it to everybody. And it's really good for my ego, and it's just something to do. Actually, it makes me feel really cute and good. So actually, I think that's one thing to do, is do something for you that makes you feel good. I think owning what your festive period looks like it's going to happen, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. But it's like, I haven't chosen happiness. I've chosen to be like doom and gloom. But actually, if you reframe that and you choose to own your festive period and choose to be happy around it.
Okay, so you're saying shift your mindset, just accept accept it, embrace it, and find things that are nice for you.
Lean into it, yeah.
Lean
into it and have plans. Like, they don't have to be festive plans, but you've got annual leave. You know, we all got sort of days off.
Yeah. You've also in the past done volunteering. Do you think that's helped you?
Yeah, because it's a plan. You know, like, I've got something to do on Christmas Eve. Where normally, like, traditionally it would be going to the pub with my friends, but all my friends have kind of moved away. And, you know, we've all grown up. We've got families, X, Y, and Z. So actually, it's something for me to do around Christmas that I feel good about. And I'm not there to meet anybody. I'm just there to kind of assist and help. But it's really interesting because the Christmas season brings in so many volunteers. Actually, volunteering afterwards, sort of January onwards, is quite good. So having that in your back pocket to help through the festive season.
Yeah, because we're actually not just talking about Christmas, really.
The crimbo.
The limbo, the gooch of the
festive season.
Yeah, I was trying to find a word beginning with g, but I didn't get anywhere. The gooch of the Christmas.
Grinch's gooch.
Grinchy gooch. But yeah, it's a come down, right? That sort of in between time. And I suppose why I'm asking for this advice is because obviously going to spend time with the familial women in my life, but from the 26th
familial females,
but from the 26th until New Year's Eve, I'm going to be on my own, and I'm like, take those pictures, baby, selfie, sassy, snap attack. I'm like, 5 days. How can I make sure that I feel good? So I'll plan things. Maybe that won't be planning with other people, but I can think about things
I think
to do.
Also, like, if you like cooking, like planning, actually I'm going to make some bread, or I'm going to make a chocolate mousse or something, I don't know.
Make a wreath.
Yeah. Or make Christmas presents for people. So I also sometimes like to send post-Christmas presents. If you didn't get a present at Christmas, because sometimes a lot of people don't. So doing that as well, that's quite cute.
I feel like that would also give a great opportunity to upcycle the presents that you didn't like when you received them. Like, thank you for this present, I will give it to someone else.
Yeah.
Which actually, I suppose, leads us on to the advice you'd like to ask me, Asha.
What would I like to ask you, Bethany? Why would you know?
I have no idea.
Okay. So I feel a lot of guilt around Christmas gift giving, and I like to make things, but sometimes I don't get a thank you. And it makes me feel upset. What's your advice for feeling guilty around gift giving? And also, like, financially, how do you manage those expectations around nieces and nephews, around parents, everything?
Poundland is your best friend, number one. Poundland, example of our set being built with Poundland. But I think this feeling is so relatable to a lot of people. They feel this expectation that, okay, someone's bought me this expensive present, I have to match that kind of value. And it shouldn't have to be that way. Like, you should not break the bank or be in debt. I know you've got a good stat and fact about
I do,
that.
but I've forgotten it, so we'll have to go to the show notes.
Show notes. But yeah, I think homemade is just as special. 100%. I love a homemade present.
But do you think that's us? Because I know a lot of people who just don't appreciate it.
But it's the thought that counts. That is something I still live by. It doesn't have to be the most expensive thing. It's the gesture. The first time we really hung out, you brought me a rose in an oatmeal cake box, an empty cardboard box with a rose in it, and I was so touched. And I was like, that is joy.
Well, I rarely come empty-handed now, don't I?
Moving on.
Did I just get a shush from Bethany?
Yeah, you did.
What did you say? When you come to my house, you come with something.
But to be fair, this actually leads me on to the advice I would give you, which is to be honest. Even though that was a stressful situation when I told you that, and I did apologise afterwards, I was like, that was a bit irrational.
Oh, is that not you?
The honesty was there, yeah. It's good to be honest. Like, I can't afford presents this year, guys, so I'm going to be making handmade gifts, and I don't want to feel guilty about that, and I hope it's all right. Anyone doesn't want the homemade gift, just tell me. Don't worry. That's fine. Or, I'm putting a £20 budget towards each present, if you can afford that. If you have a big family, that might be quite a lot. But
yeah. Or a Secret Santa.
Secret Santa. You can be honest about things, and maybe also shift the expectations of receiving that praise and gratitude back. We're quite polite people. If someone gives us something, we say thank you. Yeah, you're not, but sometimes. But yeah, you have to know that you're giving not to receive anything. That's the selflessness of this season of life, but this season can maybe bring that up. And
yeah.
something I would really encourage us all to do. gift without expecting something in return.
Yeah, but then also there's external factors, right? So people make you feel bad because they've got a better gift from you, and then it's more gravitas around that. So how do you manage that on the Christmas day? Because you're just around there, and you're like, oh, and you bought me a car, and I
bought me a
for
car.
example, do you know what I mean? And then I gave you something from Poundland.
But they don't need to know it's from Poundland. And actually, I do a lot of charity shop buying, and I used to feel so guilty about that. And then I decided, okay, if I can see that book, and that book is something that my brother-in-law would absolutely adore, I'm going to buy it for him. I'm going to wrap the cover up. I'm going to make him a cute little bookmark. So it becomes a whole sort of thing. And I have felt guilty in the past. 100% everything I bought you guys was from a charity shop. But it's okay for it to be new to someone else. Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be brand new. That is commercial capitalism digging its fucking claws into us and winning. And I don't want to give into that.
Not having it. In the bin.
Fuck off.
Not having
capitalism. Ta-da! Asha, we are both single beans, which can make it a bit of a tricky time this cold coming season. Cold season. Which is something that brings to the surface the topic of cuffing. What is cuffing, honey? What is it?
What is cuffing? Well, Bethany didn't know about this, and I'm really ashamed to even call you a friend.
No.
I'm joking. So
I thought you meant like cuff me.
no, it's a thing.
kinky
It's a
cuffing.
phenomenon that's happened like the last few years.
A phenomenon.
Everyone does it, from the States to here, I think, and then everywhere in between.
Okay.
So it starts sort of in October, from Halloween, and it ends in February.
Okay.
And you both know what you're doing. You both know you were cuffing. So you find a significant other for these periods. So you're doing Halloween, my birthday. You're doing Christmas. You're doing New Year's, and then Valentine's Day. And then we're out, babes. Out for the run.
Okay.
So, top tips for cuffing season: keep it light.
Okay.
Autumn is my pub season. So it is walks on Hampstead Heath and pub lunches. So that's my autumn for
Okay.
cuffing season. November, birthday for me, manage my expectations. Like, don't expect them to do anything for my birthday because we're just cuffies.
Oh, I see.
Christmas, run up to Christmas. You've got Christmas markets, Christmas films. You've got loads of Christmas drinks that you need to be at.
Oh, I see. So they can be a +1 to
Can
an
be
event.
a +1.
All right.
You can be together. You can cook each other food. And then we've got New Year's. What
Okay.
do? Do you spend it with your friends or you just spend it with your coffee? And what I've done previously is I've done it like a house party hop. So like go from each house party, and sometimes I'll take my coffee with me. Coffee.
You're not forever cuffed.
You're not forever. You know your boundaries. It's like a situationship just for half of the year.
And I feel like the thing that attracts me most to this situation is January, because January is sad. And then my birthday.
Yeah, but then you know it's going to end soon because you're like, oh my god, well, okay, this is done now. What do we do?
No, I thought the whole point was that you feel really good until Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
but then you know it's ending because you've already like solidified this. It's about like keeping that balance. And then but January is pretty hard for it.
So what do you think of pros and cons?
Pros are, for me, it gives me something to look forward to. I really enjoy like organising experiences with partners, and that's really, really fun.
I do like the idea of like holding hands, going through a market and drinking mulled wine, but with someone who's pretty and I can kiss.
Yeah, and then I don't have to see you ever again. I love that. I love that.
But it's just quite, because the con for me is that I would have this come down and I would find it hard to be slightly less attached emotionally, and Christmas is quite linked to family, so then do you introduce your coffee to the family? Coffee to the family.
I've been introduced before.
How did that feel?
It just felt really like pitiful because I was like, I'm not going to see you next year. You know you're not going to see me next year. You've just invited me because you think I'm alone at Christmas. So, hi.
Do you introduce yourself? Hi, I'm a situationship coffee over here.
Yeah, that's the
Nice to
thing.
meet
Like,
you.
we all know what's going on. Like, the charade of that.
Do you have that conversation in that sort of October time of dating?
Well, I think it's not like a script. It's just keeping it easy, keeping it light, breezy.
Okay.
And the cons would be, obviously, you're emotionally attached. The season brings so many emotions, so you've got to be with someone who can hold those emotions for you. And it's not necessarily about sex as well, to be honest. Like, it's just
Companionship?
companionship. But yeah, it's funny. It's supposed to be funny. It's not supposed to be
I
like,
want
wow.
a cuffer. I'm looking. I'm looking. I know I'm a bit late. We're already in December.
No. Oh yeah. December.
But December.
Yeah, but a first date around Christmas is quite cute too, because you've got the pubs all Christmassy.
And you'll be leaving me, so I definitely need another, wing. What do they say? Person in action? No, what's the expression? Partner in crime. Wing person in action. Well, I think, despite the fact that I'm saying I want a cuppy, I do also personally want to enjoy the fact that I'm a single being.
Yeah, owning it, baby.
Owning it, and finding beauty in that time, that solitude. I put the idea of like being with furry friends, which I like dogs. I know it's a sort of a Marmite situation with dogs. Your face is already like.
I just don't get why people talk about them so much. I get you have 4 legs. I like you. But they just keep talking about them. Oh my God, the dog moved. Well, of course it's going to move. But what did the dog do today? The shat. Well done.
And maybe sniffed a rock or something.
Wow.
I think having
Wasn't cocaine though, was it?
Not that you know, I don't know. But yeah, if you are alone, then I think finding a furry friend, maybe you can cat sit, maybe you can dog sit.
That's a good idea.
Can give you something to stroke. So yes, you don't have a cuffer, but you do have a fluffer. I also think going off the grid is quite a good shout.
No Instagram.
No Instagram, no apps, no dating apps. Try and avoid sort of too much of the comparison thing, because I think that can do
so it is the root of all sort of evil, isn't it? Comparison. And
evil.
It is though, isn't it? It is a thief of happiness, essentially. Yeah. And people put a glamorized version on Instagram of themselves all the time. It is keeping up with the Joneses constantly, and that Christmas is that. So keeping off social media is probably a very good idea. And
if you're struggling to stay off, and that is like the only company you have is your phone, then try and see every picture and be, I'm so happy for you in your inside.
But I've heard of people setting up WhatsApp groups for Christmas Day, and then playing games on those WhatsApp groups.
That's nice.
So like, oh my God, what is the most ludicrous thing your uncle said?
That's quite fun.
Yeah.
So it's like a sneaky side hustle.
Side quest. Yeah.
It actually brings me back to...
Or a support group, because we are confronted by so many emotions. And sometimes it's just nice to let it out. And that helps a lot. That helps a lot to have that one sounding board. You don't need advice necessarily. It's just to get it out of your system. Yeah. The fucking parsnips weren't cooked properly.
Parsnips?
I love them. No. I hate them when they're soggy.
Yeah, it needs to be crispy. I get quite upset about food, and bless her, my mum is not the most confident chef. So I'm already mentally preparing for Christmas.
Why don't you cook?
Yeah, I'm going to cook.
Please.
I'm definitely going to cook. But I'm mentally preparing just to not put loads of pressure on that either. It's just a meal.
Oh, I love it though.
It's because you love cooking. You're probably not going to be cooking this Christmas.
I know. And I don't, because I'm not allowed to cook at my larger house, so I just make a Christmas meal for myself. And then what I also do is I get all of the Christmas stuff in the because I'm vegan, obviously. All of the supermarket vegan stuff, and I line those up for the year, so then I have mini Christmas dinners.
The world of Asher. The world of Asher. You're so cute. I mean, not to plug anything, but you did bring a delicious vegan chocolate mousse to the
that you put on toast
today.
Obviously.
Delicious.
Anything on fucking toast.
I love toast. It's a side of carb, Mousse on toast. Yeah, let's get excited about Christmas.
But it's hard. It is hard, and I don't want to negate from the fact that we've both had really tricky experiences during Christmas, and I'm really glad that we're forever adulting.
We're just forever adulting.
I'm really grateful.
Alright, we're wrapping up the episode, and we like to end Forever Adulting with something that we're looking forward to, because we do actually have a bit of optimism in us, don't we?
Cynicism matched with a speckle of optimism.
Speckle.
What are you looking forward to, babes?
I'm looking forward to enjoying the crispy mornings.
Oh God.
Crispy.
With Rice Krispies?
With Rice Krispies, hopefully. I'm actually looking forward to going to church in a very un-Christian way, but enjoying my relationship to church without having to conform to Christianity.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that, because it's a big part of my mum and my auntie's life, so I want to be part of that with them.
Yeah, cosplay.
Cosplay. Right there,
Cosplay.
Christian cosplay.
Not in the way that you Kingsters might think so.
Yeah, that's for another episode. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and I want to say I'm looking forward to being present.
Beautiful. What am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to a new Christmas. I'm going into the unknown, let's face it. So I'm looking forward to reclaiming what has been historically a really difficult time for me in the last sort of like 4 or 5 years, and using the knowledge from forever adulting to reclaim this festive period for myself. Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully, if I get on the fucking plane, Jesus. But yeah,
Visa incoming.
Visa.
Incoming. So we wish you a very Merry Christmas.
We hope you have the most joyous festive season. We hope that you own it for you. But obviously there are times that external barriers and external things come to fucking antagonise you. So remember to take that fucking sexy selfie.
Sexy selfie. Get that Santa Claus kinky outfit on. We'll have it. You can send it to us. 100% send it to us.
Definitely do with some clam jam material. Boop. Rolling.
Top 3 tips would be...
Remember to take that sexy selfie.
Join that WhatsApp group so you can vent to a friend about your pervy uncle.
No, God. Trigger warning.
And breathe.
Take a breath.